Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an image you definitely know, those huge black eyes of the gray alien. But what if I told you there's a theory that completely flips everything you thought you knew about them?
Yeah, this quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the core of the mystery. Think about it. So many encounter reports talk about this feeling of violation, of deep intrusion. It's not just, oh, someone is looking at me. No, it's way deeper. It's the feeling of being accessed.
So let's get right into it. Section 1. The eyes that see back. We're going to unpack probably the most terrifying detail of the gray alien.
I mean, we've all seen this image 1,000 times, right? Huge, black, liquid eyes that just seem to swallow light. But what if, and just stick with me here, what if we've been getting it wrong this whole time? What if they're not really eyes at all, in the biological sense? What if there's something technological?
Okay, this is where things get really wild. We're moving on to the big, outrageous claim at the center of all this. It comes from author Whitley Strieber, and he has this theory about a biological interface. He basically says, forget sight. These things are tools for connection.
So, living transmitters. Let's break that down. The theory is that the gray's eyes aren't optical organs at all. They're bioengineered lenses. They're not made for seeing. They're designed to connect minds. Literally, to connect minds across species.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it this way. Maybe the gray's eyes aren't the windows to the soul. They're Wi-Fi for consciousness. It's a fantastic metaphor, right? Forget talking. This is a direct wireless link from their mind to yours.
Okay, so anatomy of a transmitter. You're probably thinking, this is a pretty crazy theory. So where's the proof? What are witnesses actually reporting that would even lead someone to this conclusion? Well, it all starts with some really strange consistencies in what people see and feel. And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at what witnesses describe. Huge, black, liquidy looking, okay, we know that. But then, a thin vertical membrane that blinks like a camera shutter. The surface feels warm, like it's radiating energy. And when contact is broken, it's not like someone looking away, it's like pulling a plug. I mean, come on, does that sound like biology to you? Or does it sound like a piece of tech?
Strieber even has a name for one of the weirdest parts of this, neurolight. People report seeing these faint red swirls moving inside the pupil, especially under bright light. And the theory is that's not just some weird reflection. That's you seeing the data transmission in action. That's the modem light blinking.
And check this out. It's like a switch. During eye contact, people report all this crazy stuff. Vertigo, nausea, sudden rushes of emotion, full-on telepathic floods of information. But the second eye contact breaks, bam, it all stops. Instantly. It's not a fade-out, it's an on-off switch.
So what is this supposed biotech made of? Well, the idea is it's a multi-layered device. There's a bio-optical filter, maybe to shield the delicate sensors inside. Then an electromagnetic field layer that actually carries the data. And the whole point is to project and receive pure concepts, not words. Just raw ideas, raw emotion.
And this is how Strieber puts it. He calls it the bridge between matter and awareness. It's pretty poetic, but it gets the point across. This is the hardware that connects the physical world to the world of pure consciousness.
All right, so the human connection. What are the reported effects on the people who observe this? What actually happens to a person when they lock eyes with one of these transmitters?
Well, there seems to be this three-step process that a lot of experiencers describe. They call it the experiencer's cascade. Step 1 is this flash of connection, just a flood of alien images or even equations. Step 2 is a physical shock, the body just freaking out from this sudden input. And then Step 3, the after effects, lingering physical symptoms, shared memories that weren't there before.
And the physical symptoms are pretty intense. A racing heartbeat, a metallic taste in the mouth, skin prickling, headaches, dehydration, and even these mild sunburn-like marks around the eyes. Now you go to a doctor with that and they're going to be stumped, right? But the pattern is so consistent across these accounts, it really makes you wonder if it's a response to some kind of energy or radiation we don't understand.
And this gives us a whole new way to think about that paralysis people report. You know, the stare that freezes you in place. Maybe it's not some kind of mind control. Maybe it's just an overloaded neural handshake. It's your brain CPU hitting 100% and just freezing. Too much data, too fast.
And this isn't a new idea. If you look back across the record, you see these parallels everywhere. Betty and Barney Hill back in 1961,
They described wraparound, glassy black eyes, and hypnotic paralysis. Rendlesham Forest in 1980 reports of a light in the eyes and lasting eye irritation. Varginha, Brazil, 1996, red swirling pupils and a telepathic download, all the way up to modern leagues talking about energy-emitting lenses and a neural data interface. It's the same story told over and over, just with different language.
So, that brings us to the big question, right? What are they for? If we run with this theory for a minute, why? What's the symbolic meaning? What's the purpose behind this incredibly strange and, frankly, invasive technology?
And this is where the whole thing pivots from tech to philosophy. Streeper has this quote, "Looking into them is like staring into the part of yourself that remembers everything." Wow. The idea is it's not just them sending us information, it's a mirror. It's forcing us to see something deep inside ourselves.
So maybe they're not tormentors. Maybe they're teachers. Strieber's idea is that this technology is like a prototype for the next stage of human consciousness. It's showing us where we could be headed, a future where pure thought becomes a way of perceiving reality.
So think about this. Next time you see those black mirror eyes in a dream, and a lot of people do, maybe you should ask yourself a different question. Instead of, "What am I afraid of?" ask, "Who's logging in?"
Which leaves us with one final and honestly pretty chilling question. If those black eyes really are transmitters, who's actually looking through them? Is it the being standing in the room with you? Or is it something behind them? Are the Greys the ones in control, or are they just the hardware? It's a heck of a question to end on.